Let me tell you something that can change the way you look at love. Sometimes the hardest thing you can do is stop doing. Stop texting. Stop checking. Stop explaining. Stop trying to remind somebody of your value. Because when you are constantly present, constantly available, constantly reaching, a person can get used to receiving your attention without ever having to wonder what life feels like without it. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do in a relationship is stop trying so hard to be noticed. You have spent enough time sending the first message, checking your phone asking why he has changed, wondering whether he still cares, and trying to keep a connection alive that should never have depended entirely on your effort. There comes a moment when you have to step back, not because you stopped caring, but because you finally started caring about yourself. When someone becomes accustomed to your constant presence, they may stop recognizing how much you bring into their life. Your good morning messages become routine. Your encouragement becomes expected. Your willingness to listen becomes something they assume will always be available. And when something becomes familiar, people can sometimes forget its value. Think about the difference between having something every day and suddenly not having it. You may not notice the warmth of the sun every morning, but when clouds cover the sky for days, you suddenly appreciate the sunlight. Your absence can create that same moment of awareness, not because you are playing a game, but because you are no longer doing all the work of keeping the connection alive. Maybe you were always the one asking, "How was your day?" Maybe you remembered the little details he mentioned weeks ago. Maybe you were there whenever he needed encouragement. Even when you needed encouragement yourself, you gave and gave because you genuinely cared. But love should not require you to constantly prove your usefulness. When you step back, don't sit beside your phone waiting for him to notice. That's not freedom. That's another form of chasing. Just in silence, go live. Take yourself out. Spend time with people who make you laugh. Focus on your goals. Work on your dreams. Wake up and make your own life the priority again. Let your attention return to the person you may have neglected while trying to keep someone else interested. And then something important happens. You begin to see the relationship more clearly. If he notices your absence and genuinely values you, he has the opportunity to step forward. He may reach out. He may ask what happened. He may realize that your presence meant more than he admitted. But if he doesn't make an effort, that silence is also information. You don't need to force someone to miss you. You don't need to create jealousy or play emotional games. Simply stop carrying what was supposed to be carried by two people. Because your absence isn't supposed to be a punishment. It is a boundary. It says, "I care about you, but I will not lose myself trying to make you care about me." And sometimes when you finally stop chasing someone, you don't just give them the chance to miss you. You give yourself the chance to discover how peaceful life can feel when you stop begging to be chosen. There is something you need to understand when you stop chasing someone. Just because a man reaches out does not automatically mean he has suddenly realized your worth. Sometimes a person misses your presence, but sometimes they simply miss the attention, comfort, validation, or familiarity you provided. Those two things can look almost identical at first, but they lead to completely different outcomes. Think about what happens when you remove something from your daily routine. If you drink coffee every morning and suddenly stop, you may find yourself thinking about coffee simply because your mind is accustomed to having it. That doesn't necessarily mean you truly need it. Sometimes we confuse familiarity with genuine desire, and relationships can work the same way. Maybe you were always the person he could call when he was stressed. You listened when he needed to talk. You encouraged him when he doubted himself. You made him feel understood when nobody else seemed to notice what he was going through. Then one day, you stop being constantly available. Suddenly, he sends a message. "Hey, how have you been?" Your heart starts racing. You think, he misses me. Maybe he does. But slow down and watch what happens next. Does he actually ask about your life? Does he want to understand how you have been feeling? Does he make plans to see you? Does he acknowledge the distance between you? Does he make an effort consistently? Or does he disappear again once he gets the reassurance he wanted? That is where the truth reveals itself. Real interest has movement behind it. Real care has consistency behind it. Real appreciation doesn't simply appear when someone feels lonely at night. You should never measure your value by how quickly someone returns after you pull away. Instead, pay attention to what they do when they return. A man who genuinely misses you doesn't just miss the convenience of having you available. He misses the person. He remembers your conversations. He recognizes what your presence added to his life. More importantly, he becomes willing to contribute something meaningful in return. And this is where you have to protect your heart. Don't let one text erase weeks of disappointment. Don't let "I miss you" make you forget the times you felt ignored. Don't allow a temporary burst of attention to convince you that everything has changed. Words can open the door, but actions tell you whether someone deserves to walk through it. You don't have to become cold. You don't have to punish him. You don't have to pretend you don't care. You simply need enough self-respect to observe instead of immediately rushing back into the same pattern. Because when you stop chasing, you're not trying to make him desperate for you. You're creating enough space to discover what he genuinely feels and what he is actually willing to do about it. And once you understand that difference, you stop getting excited by temporary attention and start looking for consistent effort, because you deserve someone who doesn't only miss you when you're gone. You deserve someone who values you while you're there. When you decide to stop chasing, one of the hardest battles is not contacting him again. Your mind starts creating questions before you even have answers. Why hasn't he called? Does he even care? What if he forgets about me? What if I made a mistake by walking away? And suddenly the silence feels louder than any conversation you ever had. But sometimes silence is exactly what you need. Not because silence magically makes someone fall in love, and not because disappearing is some secret trick that guarantees a man will come running back. Silence gives you something far more valuable: information. When you stop doing all the reaching, you finally get to see whether the other person is willing to reach for you. Imagine a relationship where you are always the one starting the conversation. You send the message in the morning, you check in during the afternoon, you ask whether everything is okay when his energy changes. You make plans. You apologize first. You keep finding reasons to restart conversations that have gone cold. Then one day you stop. At first, it feels uncomfortable because you are breaking a habit. You may reach for your phone without even thinking. You may type a message and delete it. You may stare at his name and wonder whether you should just say something. Don't. Take a breath. Let the moment pass. Because if you immediately fill every silence, you'll never discover what happens when you leave space for someone else to speak. Maybe he notices after a few days. Maybe he reaches out because he genuinely misses you. Maybe he asks why you've become quiet. Maybe he starts making more effort. If that happens, don't just listen to his words. Watch his behavior. But maybe he doesn't reach out at all. That can hurt deeply, especially when you cared with your whole heart. Yet even painful silence can tell you something. It can reveal that you were carrying more of the connection than you realized, and that's not a failure. It is clarity. You don't have to spend your days counting the hours since his last message. You don't have to create fake stories on social media to get his attention. You don't have to make him jealous. You don't have to become somebody you're not. Use that silence to return to yourself. Go after the goals you put aside. Laugh with your friends. Take care of your body. Read something that inspires you. Build the future you've been postponing while waiting for someone else to make a decision. Because the purpose of stepping back isn't to make him uncomfortable. The purpose is to stop being uncomfortable with your own absence from your own life. And once you can sit peacefully in that silence, you become strong enough to accept whatever truth it reveals. There comes a point in every relationship when you have to ask yourself a difficult question. Am I building this relationship with someone, or am I building it for someone? Because there is a major difference between loving someone and doing all the work required to keep them interested. Love should involve effort from both sides. It should not leave one person exhausted while the other simply enjoys the benefits. Maybe you've become the one who always reaches out first. You start the conversation, suggest the plans, check on him when he seems distant, apologize when there is tension, and try to repair things whenever the connection starts falling apart. You tell yourself, if I just try a little harder, maybe he'll understand how much I care. But sometimes trying harder doesn't create love. Sometimes it simply teaches another person that you'll keep doing the work even when they don't. Imagine two people walking toward each other. One person keeps taking steps forward while the other stands still. Eventually, the person walking gets tired. That's what happens when you constantly pursue someone who isn't meeting you halfway. You become emotionally exhausted, yet you still convince yourself that stopping means giving up. It doesn't. Stopping means allowing the relationship to reveal whether there was mutual effort underneath all your chasing. If you stop initiating every conversation, let him initiate one. If you stop making every plan, see whether he creates one. If you stop solving every problem, notice whether he cares enough to help repair what is broken. This isn't about keeping score. Healthy relationships aren't competitions where you count who sent the most messages or made the most phone calls. It's about recognizing whether there is a natural exchange of care. And here's something important. Don't panic when the dynamic changes. When you have been doing everything, stepping back can feel like you're losing control. Your mind will tell you that you need to send another message because maybe he is waiting for you. Maybe he thinks you're angry. Maybe he'll move on, but if a connection collapses simply because you stopped carrying it, then you didn't destroy the relationship. You discovered its true structure. A man who genuinely wants to be part of your life will have opportunities to show it. He won't need you to constantly pull him closer. He may not communicate perfectly, and he may have moments when life gets busy, but there will be evidence of effort. There will be movement. There will be reciprocity. So stop confusing exhaustion with devotion. You don't prove your love by constantly sacrificing your peace. You don't prove your value by becoming endlessly available. Give him room to participate. Give yourself room to breathe. And if he steps forward, pay attention, not just to the words he says, but to the consistency of what he does. Because the right connection shouldn't require you to chase two people into a relationship. It should feel like two people choosing to walk toward each other. When you stop chasing someone, you have to understand the difference between creating healthy space and trying to manipulate someone's emotions. Too many people believe it that disappearing, ignoring messages, posting pictures to make someone jealous, or pretending not to care will automatically make a man obsessed. But that's not real confidence. That's still chasing. You're just chasing a reaction instead of chasing the person. Real strength looks different. You step back because you are tired of forcing something that should have natural movement. You stop reaching out because you realize your attention is valuable. You stop explaining yourself over and over because you understand that someone who genuinely wants to understand, you will make the effort to listen. Imagine you send a message and don't receive a response. Your first instinct might be to send another message, then another. Maybe you tell yourself he must be busy. Then you check his social media and see that he's active. Suddenly your emotions take over. You want to ask why he can post something online but can't respond to you. That's the moment when you need to pause. Don't turn your anxiety into action. Put the phone down. Take your attention back. Because every time you react emotionally to someone's distance, you hand them control over your peace. You allow their response or lack of response to determine whether you feel valuable that day. You don't have to do that anymore. If someone pulls away, let them have the space they are choosing. You don't need to chase them down the road asking them to explain every step. Give them room to decide what they actually want. And don't use your silence as a weapon. You don't need to post mysterious quotes. You don't need to upload pictures designed to make him jealous. You don't need to pretend another man is interested just to get a reaction. Those things may create temporary attention, but attention is not the same as love. Instead, let your silence come from peace. Let it say, I care about you, but I won't force you to choose me. That kind of confidence is powerful because it doesn't depend on what he does next. Maybe he comes closer. Maybe he asks why you've been distant. Maybe he starts putting in more effort. And if that happens, don't rush back simply because you were missed. Look for consistency. Look for maturity. Look for genuine change. And if he doesn't come back, don't let that destroy your confidence. His decision does not determine your worth. Sometimes stepping back isn't about making someone realize what they lost. Sometimes it's about realizing what you were losing while you were trying so hard to keep them. You were losing your peace. You were losing your focus. You were losing pieces of yourself. So step back with dignity. No revenge, no games, no performance, just peace. Because when you no longer need to manipulate someone into missing you, you become free to discover whether they would choose you without being pushed. And that truth is worth more than any temporary reaction you could ever create. Stop asking yourself how long it will take him to miss you, and start asking yourself what you are going to do with the time you used to spend waiting for him. Because that shift in your thinking can change everything. You cannot control when someone realizes your value. You cannot control whether he reaches out tomorrow, next week, or never. But you can control whether you continue putting your life on hold while waiting for someone else to make a decision. Maybe you've been watching your phone every few minutes. Every notification gives you hope. Every hour without a message makes you question yourself. You start wondering whether you said too much, cared too much, or somehow weren't enough. Listen carefully. Someone else's silence is not a measurement of your worth. If he misses you, let him demonstrate it. If he wants to talk, let him initiate. If he wants another chance, let him explain what he wants and show you through consistent behavior. You don't need to write the speech for him. You don't need to tell him exactly what to say. You don't need to teach someone how to value you. Think about how exhausting it is to constantly ask, does he still care? You check his social media. You analyze when he was last online. You reread old messages. You look for hidden meanings in simple words. You ask your friends what they think he meant. You replay conversations in your head late at night. And while you're doing all of that, your own life is standing still. That's the part you have to change. Wake up and make yourself the center of your own attention again. Pursue the goal you put aside. Spend time with people who genuinely appreciate you. Take care of your appearance because it makes you feel good, not because you hope he'll notice. Work on your confidence. Learn something new. Build something that belongs entirely to you. Because the most powerful transformation happens when you stop waiting for someone to validate the life you're living. And if he eventually comes back, don't immediately celebrate the return. Ask yourself whether the person returning is bringing something different. Is there more effort, more honesty, more consistency, more respect? Because missing you is only a feeling. Building a healthy relationship requires action. A person can miss you terribly and still be incapable of giving you the relationship you deserve. Never confuse emotional longing with emotional maturity. And if he never comes back, that doesn't mean you lost. It means you received an answer. Sometimes the person you desperately wanted to miss you becomes the person who teaches you to stop abandoning yourself for love. So don't sit around waiting for him to feel your absence. Feel your own presence again. Remember who you were before you started measuring your happiness by his attention. Remember the dreams you had before every conversation became about whether he cared. Remember that your life is still moving forward, even when someone else chooses to stand still. Let him make his choice, and you make yours. Choose peace over pursuit. Choose dignity over desperation. Choose your future over endless waiting. Because the goal was never to make him miss you long enough to come back. The goal was to become strong enough that whether he comes back or not, you still know exactly who you are.